confidence, what we assume is that we are very comfortable with talking to anybody and everybody. Confidence, we assume that we don't feel fearful inside of us. We assume that confidence only comes after perfectionism. Okay, so all these are just, I can say, myths, right? There is zero fact in any of this. You know why? Because there have been studies done, and they have found out that productivity sometimes is not connected to confidence. There is a study done. There is actually an article in HBR this month which says that confidence is not connected to productivity. They did an experiment and they found out that people, even though they were given confidence, they were unable to perform. So justified confidence is the thing that we look for, you know. Now, we are actually crippled when somebody judges us for something. Like, we know we are good at it sometimes, but sometimes we are not good at it. But the feeling of being judged by someone cripples us, you know. It means that we become very handicapped if we get a feeling that, you know, somebody is judging us. So this is kind of a deal breaker within us. Nobody knows what's going on. It's just a deal breaker within us that we feel that, oh God, now this happened, what we're going to do. You have to understand that confidence is something which we can say is divided into three parts, right? Number one is the surface level. Surface level is that how other people perceive us, okay? It also means that it's just an obvious way that people see you and they think that, you know, you are a confident person. The second level is the skill set you have. You are confident because of the skills you have, the work you do, the job you have, the professional qualification that you have, or whatsoever that you do in terms of skill is confidence. Third is core confidence, which is very deep inside. Okay. Now there are two schools of thoughts. These two schools of thought are different from each other. I will tell you both. You decide which serves for you, and I will tell you what works for me. Okay. One school of thought says that confidence is about looking inside of you. Okay. Confidence is about the deep and the core level. And another school of thought says that you are only confident if other people declare that you are confident. That confidence is more of what we call social interaction or social confidence. Okay. Social confidence comes into how we appear, right? What is our social skills? How do we make other people feel whenever we meet them? And third is wealth, how financially stable we are. So these are two schools of thought. One says that confidence is within, inside, core, deep, right? And one school of thought says that you are confident if other people declare you confident. So it means that it has to be something obvious. For me, I work with both. Because for me, it's kind of finding a right mix between both. Because in my opinion, only one is not enough, right? If we are confident about something and we are not projecting it, it's as useless as any thing you buy and you don't use it. You know what I mean? And on the other hand, but if you are projecting confidence, but you are not confident from core, again, it will come out one way or the other. So for me, how I take confidence is that there has to be an alignment between both, between the core and the social confidence. Okay, now, first let's talk about core. Core confidence means that if I fall, I will rise. If something bad happens, I'm confident that I will be able to get up. That's the core confidence. Okay. Now, how do I practice is mostly of, I would say, all the setbacks that I would have faced in life. So with every setback, since I'm bouncing back again, I know that deep down core, I am confident that if something happens, I will figure out my way to go about it. Right? So for you, for everybody, if you want to work on your core confidence, which I think is the branch of this blooming confident plant that you see usually most of the time, that is the core, that is the branch, that's the foundation of a stable building, right? So it's a very good idea that you look within you. How do you feel about crisis? How do you feel? Are you confident enough that if something bad happens, you will bounce back? Or what are the true pleasure things that makes you happy or gives you confidence, or your skill set which gives you the power to do whatever you are doing? You can put any words to it, but the thing is that deep inside you, only you know how confident you are about whatever you are doing. It's more of an emotional thing. On core level, when we talk about confidence, it's more of an emotional thing. It's not a logical thing. Sometimes, in fact, most of the time, we don't work on logics. Logic says don't take cigarette, like it's written on the pack. If it was that logical, people wouldn't do it, but still people do it, right? So confidence is similarly part of our inside, which works on emotions. It doesn't work on logic. So you have to make sure that you have that emotional engine running and is being fueled all the time, and you know how you're processing your emotion. Because if you kind of lose in the game of emotional well-being, your confidence will definitely be affected. What happens mostly is that we try to feel confident by subjectifying other people, making fun of other people. We try to be cool so that we can look confident. And sometimes people in leadership position do this. Like, yes, they got the power, yes, they got the qualification, yes, they got the skill, but people still don't trust them because they do not believe deep down, core of them, that they need to treat people the way it is expected. Okay, so at that level, if you are just confident, and you are just, people are listening to you because they're scared of you, I'm not sure how long that will go. Because once you have a position, you can scare people, you can intimidate people. It's not a big deal. But if you are doing it and then you think you're confident, I'm sorry, I think we might need to revisit this confidence, because people are just listening to you because they're scared. You can't gain trust like this. You cannot gain long-term benefits out of any social interaction that you do if you have this mindset that I'm very confident because, I can give a shut-up call to everybody. There has been so many studies done that says out loud that people will not work with you if they don't like you. Now, we can go to another extreme. We feel that if we are nice to other people, they might, use us as a carpet. Well, this is where assertiveness comes. Soft skills doesn't say that you have to be nice all the time. When I work with people, I don't tell them to be nice all the time. People need to know when to put their foot down, and people need to know when to say a wrong is a wrong and a right is a right. Okay, so that is where the core confidence comes. You will lose people if you are obviously, good at what you're doing, but then at the end of the day, maybe you don't need those people eventually. So as we talk about core confidence, this is internal game. There is another myth that extroverts, there is only one type of confidence, which is extrovert, or people who are, just go out and just make friends and then talk, and they're so bubbly and they're so cheerful, and they might be hurting few people on their way, but that's what we assume. That's the only type of confidence people have, which is wrong. There is another type of confidence which is called introvert confident. Now you'll be surprised, or maybe not, I don't know, if I tell you that I am an extremely introvert person. You throw me into a pool of people And I won't be able to have small talks. I will take my time to process information, and then there will be a problem where I will eventually start, but I take my time. Whenever I am in a group of people which are not related to my work. If it's my work, bingo, no problem, because I know my agenda, I know my work, I know my passion, out of question that, I'm taking my time. But otherwise, I'm an extremely introvert person. My calm down period comes from books, being alone with myself, having reflection, writing journals. So I'm not out and about all the time. I take my energy from the quiet times, okay? But still, when I'm into my show, I am there and I know what I'm doing. So I'm an introvert. Being an introvert, I can be confident, okay? So you have to understand that confidence is not only extrovert. It is possible to have an introvert confidence, and if you are an introvert, you can be confident. There is no other thought that why you can't be confident. So this myth is wrong that only people who are outgoing and who are extrovert are confident. Okay, it's not true. It's not true. So delete this from your mindset, or if it is something which has been holding you back for some time, right? So moving on ahead, Mel Gibson said a very nice thing. I'm a big fan of hers, honestly. You can see her shows, you can watch her YouTube channel. She has written a book also. So I kind of enjoy that. She says that confidence is a personality. No, in fact, let me reframe it. Confidence is not a personality. Yes. She says confidence is not a personality, it's a skill. And it's confident is to move from your thought towards your action. That's the definition she gives. It's to move your thoughts towards action. So it's a skill. It's not a personality trait. You cannot say that confidence comes from childhood, or it is something genetics, or it is only it is with people whose parents are confident, or anything. Like, research has also proven that confidence doesn't have anything to do with genetics or birth. It has only to do with your circumstances. And I understand that circumstances are not in your favor all the time. People who are hurting others are actually unable to heal themselves. We hurt others because we haven't healed. So circumstances, situation make us do things that we are not supposed to, or we are not, we don't mean to, but still it happens, right? So confidence can be one of the things where, because of our situation, because nobody gave us confidence from childhood, that's why we are not confident. There is a possibility. For this reason, I always encourage in my session to go to child healing process. We are living so many traumas that it's hard to differentiate what is our true self. Okay, so here now I will see a few comments, and I will get back to you with the next part. Okay, cool. Okay, Naif is saying, can we say that knowledge gives you confidence? The more you know your profession, the more, of course, knowledge is one of the pillars of confidence. That's what I said, that if there is something, the second part, which is the skill for which you are known as confident person, it can be a work job. You need to prove that you are worth it, right? So that suitable confidence is all about how you're good at something that you're doing. We cannot justify that only public speaking is one of the only means to portray your confidence. It is very important, I know. It gives opportunities. It's very important for success. But for confidence, that is not the only parameter. You are talking and you have zero idea about the project. I'm sure you know how that will end up, right? So having knowledge is the first step, and then the building foundation ahead of that, okay? Confidence also comes from professional experience. Agreed? Agreed. Okay, here, now I will take a 30 seconds break and you guys gather your questions, right? 30 seconds. I hope I said 30 seconds before also. 30 seconds break. I'll be right back. You stay there. Hello, we are back. Yes, I'm going through comments right now. Thank you so much, Masood. I really appreciate. Now, your comments gives me confidence that things are making sense for you. LinkedIn user is saying how to maintain the emotion and confidence. This needs practice, my friend. There is no other way. It's not a tablet that you will eat and you will feel good about the confidence that you have. It's all about practice. You cannot go any other way about it. And practice and mentor. I always say that our mind is like a gym, is like a muscle. Sorry, not a gym. Our mind is like a muscle and we need gym for it, you know. So you need to work on it, my friend. We have to work on this, okay? Rejection is losing confidence always, Muhammad Bashir. I cannot agree with you. That's why I say, okay, now this is a good point. I will talk about confidence villain over here. There are 3 confidence villain. You know what is villain? The villain who tries to take everything from the superstar. So this work is from Alyssa Demer. You can have a look at her TED Talk also, okay? And she identifies 3 confidence villain. 1 is situation, 1 is people, and 1 is ourselves. Now, when we talk about situation, they are villain because, for example, you're going for a job interview, right? That is a situation where you might feel a bit nervous. And then there is a situation of, for example, a public speaking assignment. You are about to give a session and you feel a little bit nervous. So this is a confidence villain, which is situation, okay? Second confidence villain is people. For example, your bully boss. For example, your mean friend. For example, your envious relation or anything, jealous relationship, anything, okay? These are all confidence villain or energy sucker, I would say, okay? They just suck all the energy of confidence that you have. So first is situation, second is people, third is yourself. Most of the time, we self-sabotage ourselves by having a negative mind script all the time that I can't do this, or I don't know how to do it, or what if I fail? What if people don't accept me? What if I feel failed? People don't agree to me. I feel embarrassed, humiliated. You can name anything. You know, when it comes to feeling and emotion, there are like so many feelings and emotion in one event that you can call anything. So sometimes self-sabotage is one of the confidence villain. Being imposter, like for example, we feel maybe if we are not good enough for the people that we are in. What if people don't see me as how I see myself, maybe? There are so many things that can put you down when it comes to confidence. It's at the end of the day, it's the emotional game. It's how emotionally you're feeling about that certain thing, okay? There is one, now these 3 are confidence villain. Situation, people, and yourself. So be very mindful that who is taking away your confidence? Is it a situation? Is it somebody? Or is it yourself? Once you can identify clearly, you are better able to work on yourself. Okay. At this point, I would like to talk about situational confidence. Okay. How do we lose confidence in a situation, in a certain situation? For example, you're going for an interview. Okay. You are about to present a project. You're about to go on social media. Okay. It can be anything. It can be any situation. Trust me, right? Whenever there's a change of situation, you will always feel something inside of you. It usually starts with gut, where the feeling of nervousness takes birth, okay? And then this nervousness slowly takes over us. Now, what is happening that palpitation, that sweat, that you feel a bit sizzles in your fingers, a bit tinkling, all these changes in your body is because your body is making you ready for the new situation. This feeling, this body sensation doesn't mean that you will fail. This sensation means that whatever you're about to do is important for you and you want to do it. That's the signal your body is giving you. But unfortunately, by mistake, we feel that, how we are reading a book in our room, how we are watching a television, how we are just relaxed with our family. We will be same when we are giving a presentation or we are giving an interview or we are talking to a client. It won't be same. Biologically, it's not possible. It's not possible because our body is not made like this. So any change in situation, we will feel a bit of sensations. It can be hands, it can be your gut, it can be your breathing, it can be your headache or anything. So understand that whatever change is about to happen in a situation, your body is preparing you for that change because that is important for you, because you want to do that. So that's a good news, okay? Never expect that you're about to present and you don't feel anything in your gut, in your stomach, in your heart, don't expect that you won't have any emotions or feeling. You will have those emotions, and the art is how you can turn them into your strength. So next time whenever you're in a situation where you think it can, take away my confidence, just tell yourself that whatever changes I'm feeling in my body right now, that's very normal, and it will give me strength to do my best. Okay? I hope it helps. So, going ahead next, there is something else which I would like to tell you about confidence, that all these feelings and emotions that we have when we feel that we don't have confidence are kind of very legit, very true. Let's own these feelings and let's work through it. So the most confident people have the most comfortable breathing. If you can just breathe confidently and at ease, you will feel a huge difference in your confidence. Just try this sometime, okay? Like, for example, you are in a meeting, or you are about to give a presentation. Just tell your body that I will take the deepest breath, I will breathe, and you will regain your confidence, just like that. Try this. Because there has been, again, many studies done, and all these studies say that all confident people have a very relaxed breathing. Because if you're holding your breath, for example, I'm presenting and I'm holding my breath, my oxygen level will be disturbed, my blood is, yes, flowing, but it's not as normal as holding a breath. So you need to make sure that in any situation, your breathing is very normal and it's very relaxed, right? Now, I will again have a look at these comments. So if you are saying something, I will see now. Confidence comes with professional experience, yes. Okay, rejection is, Muhammad Bashir, I am actually thinking that I should do a live on rejection. Because trust me, all of us have been rejected somewhere or the other, emotionally or psychologically or in any word matter. So that's a good point. I'll keep it in my mind. I hope you got your answer. LinkedIn user, how to maintain the emotion, the confidence. You have to practice, make sure your breathing is very relaxed and be aware of the confidence within. It is not possible that you're not confident all the time. It is simply not possible. There are maybe only one or two tiny bits of something where you feel you're not confident. So you have to work on those points. Try to take the strengths where you are confident and try to, bring those into action. Masood is saying external something good. Thank you so much, Masood. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Can we say knowledge gives Of course, yes, it does. It does. Thank you guys, whoever appreciating this, thank you so much. Yasser is saying, which is very true, to overcome confidence by experiencing it. That's actually very true. I agree to you. The moment we start thinking that people on the earth are simple humans, that's a good mindset. I like it. If this helps you, that's a very, very good mindset. You know what? Whenever we talk about changes, I don't suggest one size fits all. We keep whatever thought serves us. Now, for example, if I tell you my confidence journey, I remember my first lecture. No, it wasn't a lecture. My first presentation in college. And some of you might know that I used to stutter till high school. I used to be like like it will take me a whole day to communicate something which is very important. So I literally used to stutter and till high school. Then I recovered. I've shared an article on LinkedIn on this. You can read that. I will not share here because it will be a waste of time for you. I want to give as much information I can that will help you. So have a look at that article. Anyways, so my first, I think, confidence breakthrough was my college, in fact, university presentation. I was with 4 other people in a group, and somehow I was nominated to give the presentation. Me, stuttering all my life, never did public speaking, anything in my life. Okay, I know the topic, but do I know how to present in front of a hall full of 200 people in a university? No, never. I was very nervous, okay, but still, it came to me. I took it as a challenge, and I'm like, okay, yalla, khalas, let's do it. Just get rid of this anxious thing, whatever is going on. I just went out there, and that time I had this photocopy memory. Whatever I would read, it will just go in my mind like a photocopy machine, okay? So I just used that. I just closed myself emotionally, and I told myself, I don't have anything to lose. Like, it's a group project. I cannot possibly lose marks on just not presenting very well, because it's a teamwork, and our teacher knows that all of us did the same type of effort, and I'm not here to get any award or something. So what worse will happen? I was just telling this to myself that we'll see what happens. What worse will happen? It's not that I will die or something, though public speaking is one of the biggest fear in the world. But anyways, that's my first presentation. I'm going on the university dais, extremely confused, and I was scared because I recovered from stuttering after a long struggle. And I was scared, what if it comes back to me again in a moment, But anyways, nothing happened. Trust me, I was so scared inside and I was shivering inside. It felt like there's a volcano of anxiety and emotion. But anyways, I finished my presentation and the hall started to clap. I'm like, okay, not bad. Then I went to my seat, I sat down over there, and then my friend started to cheer me. Wow, Sadaf, you did a good job. And I'm so confused. I'm like, really? You didn't see that turmoil inside of me? You guys didn't see what's going on inside of me? And they were like, you were great, you were fantastic, oh my gosh, A, B, C, D. And I'm like, okay, it worked. So at that point, I understood that during public speaking, if it's your first experiment, obviously that was the first time, so I was nervous, but that experience gave me confidence, I became better after that. And the nervousness, that anxiety settled down by time. But that time I realized that if you are prepared, if you know what you're doing, the inside business is not obvious. Nobody sees your anxiety, which is whatever is happening inside. So that's why I say, whenever you're feeling so many anxious emotions at one time, you are the only one who knows. People out there, they cannot x-ray you to check your emotion. Okay? So if you can feel a bit of anxious to do something, do it anyways with a good homework, with a good practice, with a good knowledge. You will feel anxiety, nervous, and that is absolutely okay. That is very normal. That is your body making you prepared for something new, which is important to you. Okay? And what else? Okay, over here, after actually 15 minutes, I always take a 30 seconds break so that you guys can settle and I have a little sip of water. So 30 seconds again. Hello, we are here again. How are you all doing? So, okay, I just checked. We only have 2 more things to do. Okay? And then we are done. One thing I want to tell you about why do we lack sometimes confidence, and the last thing which I want to end this session is to give you 5 tips on how you can get better at this. Okay? So I'll quickly just have a look at the questions. Yeah, okay. Now there are 2 more myths which people think. They think that I will feel confident when I finish a project or when I do a project. You need to understand that this is not true. This is false. This is myth. Okay? You feel confident after you are done with the project. There's a difference. You can never start off, if I'm confident, then I will do it. Or, if I feel confident, then I will be able to finish it. No. You first finish a task, a project which is important to you, and then you feel confident. People think that confidence is without fear. Again, not true. Self-doubt and self-confidence can go together. Self-doubt helps you to become better in something that you are doing. So if you don't have any doubt about whatever you are doing, I'm not sure how you will learn. So for learning, it's important to have a balance between these both. Yes, you are confident in whatever you are doing, but self-doubt, it's something which comes very quietly and very naturally whenever you are doing anything which is important, because you want to do your best. So don't feel shy about it, or don't feel that you have to feel confident all the time, because confidence doesn't mean that there is an absence of fear. You can be confident and you can fear. There is no problem in that. Confident people do feel self-doubt all the time. So it's natural, okay? And another myth is that I feel confident when I'm perfect. Perfectionism is a burden, I tell you. You can have a look at the video. It's on my YouTube. You don't have to be perfect and you can still be confident. I mean, I think I've shared this story on my interview, one of the interviews, that how pathetic my video setup is. And it has just evolved by time. Because spending on such gadgets is not always a choice. So I have to, adjust according to the situation. I would take out all stuff from the home, any camera, any light, and I will try to just go about it. So the setup is not perfect, but this live is still going on. Okay? The videos are still being made. So perfectionism is a burden. We don't need a perfect life. We need a life which serves our purpose. Any way you can go about it, okay? For confidence, some people also say that, some people also say that fake it till you make it. And I'm a big fan of this. Having said that, my first presentation in college I was faking in that presentation that I'm very confident. I was damn nervous inside of me. But it worked, right? So fake it till you make it. But that fake is not an intention to deceive anyone. You're not hurting anyone. That fake is only to challenge yourself and to practice. That's the intention that we want, actually, okay? Now, one more thing, and I'll be very quick now, okay? One of the things that usually we feel exhausted is by making decisions. We are making, thanks to this new world, Google says we kind of make 36,000 decisions every day. For everything we are making decisions, and we are making so many decisions that when it comes to decision making, sometimes we are not confident about our decisions. You know what I mean? Because we are so exhausted by making choices, decisions, what to eat, where to eat, what to do, which client to take, which client to leave, how to be creative with this client, how to generate business leads, how to send out queries, how to apply for, endless things and endless options. So it's exhausting, and our mind gets tired of making so many decisions all the time. So just check which decisions you don't want to take and delegate it to somebody you trust and you're confident about. Try to take out this burden. When our brain is tired, we are unable to take confident decisions. We make a mistake, and then this big guy, ego, comes in, and there's no coming back. Okay? Your mind is a machine, is a muscle. We are already not putting it into action. It's already not going to a mental gym. And then we put so many burdens on this, and then we expect that it will give perfect result every time. It's not possible. So, decide whatever you want to go about it, how you want to choose your decision making. There is one more thing. This is called decision fatigue. You can Google this also. Decision fatigue. I've actually taken notes for you, so I don't, I tell you the exact terminology. Go on Google and check two things: decision fatigue and neuroplasticity. Now, neuroplasticity is a new concept, and neuroplasticity tells us that we can rewire our brain. We can introduce new patterns, and we can break the loop or habit of something which is not serving us. And we can do it as old age we want to. There is no limit to not learning or not introducing a new pattern to your brain. So if there is a confidence issue which comes from your mental belief or your environment or your experiences, you can always introduce something new to your brain, a new pattern, okay? Go have a study about it. Now, I will tell you 5 quick ideas of how you can boost your confidence, and then I will go back to comments, okay? Number 1, visualize. The confident you have to visualize. There is no other way. You know what happens when you visualize? You are actually working on a natural superpower that your brain has. If I tell you word colors, or if I tell you word fruits, okay, let's do it for a minute. Fruits, what comes into your mind? If you have been in my training session and you have done this before, don't leak the paper and don't give the correct answer. Go with the natural flow. Okay, fruits. What comes into your mind? Fruits. What comes into your mind? Tell me. I'm looking at the comments right now. Fruits. What comes into your mind? I think there is a lag of 3 minutes or 5 minutes. I'll wait. Fruits. What comes into your mind? I will wait for a few minutes. I want to see your answer. You mean mango, Aisha, right? It's mango. Yes, mango. What else comes into your mind when I say fruits? Fruits. Apple. Good. What else? Fruits. Fruits. Health. Okay. Okay, fair enough. I think I got my answers. When I said fruit, your mind directly visualized a fruit. Your mind actually thought of a fruit. Banana, yes. Nobody looked for fruits. Nobody looked for spelling. So alphabets or all these words, that's not how our mind functions. So no matter how many books you have read, if you're not visualizing your success, it's not helping you. So all these visuals in your mind are your superpower. It's your natural superpower. Our mind works in pictures. So when you want to be confident, you have to visualize it. You imagine yourself. Okay? Now, number one, you visualize yourself being confident, and there will be few moments. This is now second part of the tip that I'm giving you. Number one is to visualize you being confident. Think about it, right? Have it in picture, ready in your mind. Keep that visual with you whenever you want to. Number two of the idea or of a tip is that think of a moment when you were confident. Try to find a moment when you are actually very confident. Uncover what gives you confidence. Think about that part of your life when you felt extraordinary confidence. How did you feel? What was it like? How did you go about it? What was the situation? When these feelings come, tap into these feelings and use these feelings as an anchor when you're actually in a situation where you need confidence. If you can introduce a new script to your mind, you can do wonders with it. So try to find a situation where you were already confident, where you felt confident, you're good at it, and tap that emotion and keep that feeling with you and use this feeling to execute something which you feel you need to be confident about. Okay? Number three, don't confuse memory with facts. Now, I know that something, whatever has happened in past, is now in a memory zone of your brain. Now, our mind is not very good with memories. Our mind just kind of adds spices, salt and pepper to our memory, and it kind of deviates from the fact. So, okay, you were not confident once, but you can regain it into a new situation by practicing new tools. Okay, so once you had an experience where you were not confident, doesn't mean that you will be in a same situation again. Don't depend on your memory for your development and your learning, okay? Disengage your memory from the facts. If you are going in a situation and you had a bad experience, leave that bad experience ahead of you, learn what went wrong at that time, and enter in that environment with a new fact so you can make a new memory. Otherwise, if you don't do it, you will be just in this loop of, anxiety and nervousness, and then obviously it leads to depression. Like there was a LinkedIn user who said in the beginning, obviously, so you have to disassociate your memories from the fact. Both of them, they don't go together. Our brain kind of plays with our memories and add all this salt, pepper, which we don't need sometimes. Okay. Number 4 point, be specific about what you're not confident in. Like I said before, it's not possible that you're not confident in anything. Be specific. What is the thing you're not confident in? And practice towards it. It's very easy once you know which area do you want to work. Is it public speaking? Is it skill building, which can be maths, or is it like closing a deal? Is it sales? Is it a project introduction? Is it like working with your colleague or something? Where do you need confidence? You identify your area and then work toward it. If you just go into this shell of I'm not confident, nobody's coming to take you out from that. You will stay there, unfortunately. So just talk to yourself in a positive way that I have to identify what I'm not confident in. Mostly, people fear that they are not confident in public speaking. Yes, public speaking is one of the ways to show that you're confident. And yet again, you can, if you practice on that, you can become master in public speaking. So over here, whatever you feel you're not confident, practice towards it. It can be anything, and everything can be solved with practice, okay? And then point 5 is that don't compare yourself with others. You are you and they are they. All buildings are differently finished. All plants are differently grown. So when you start making your comparison with other people, it sucks down your confidence. So don't make comparison, and you cannot do everything they are doing, and they cannot do everything you are doing. So once you identify the area you want to work on for your confidence, you do that, and then once you find your strength, your true calling, you work on that also. But if you try to compare yourself, it takes away, it can work as a confidence villain, like we said, right? Last but not least, now this is one of the gem advices I got from all the researches I did. You can gain confidence by giving away confidence. It kind of flashes back to you if you give somebody confidence. So people around you, people under you, people above you, give them confidence. Tell them they can do it. Now I know just saying that you can do it doesn't solve their problem, but it's you being about a bit, kind to them and helping them out. So confidence, it flashes back. Give away confidence to other people and it will come back to you. So this is one of the gem advices that I love, and I actually try to keep it with me. Tell them, yes, you matter. Tell them, yes, I'll help you do it, right? So give confidence and it will come back to you. And that's it. What an amazing tea time I had today. Any questions? I'm actually reading a comment, so just give me a minute, please. Javeria, I absolutely agree with you. And this is where I talk about confidence villain, or confidence vampire, or confidence energy suckers. You can say anything, right? So you have to be mindful. Confidence villain are situation, people, and yourself. You need to know which villain are you working with so you can solve it, okay? So that's it. We are done. Any questions? I hope that, yeah, I covered everything, whatever I wanted to cover. Any questions? Thank you guys. Thank you, Rizwan. Thank you, Taranum. Thank you, Tausif. Thank you, Naif. I hope I'm spelling your name right. Thank you, guys. So I'll be signing off if there is no other questions. So please take care of yourself and trust that confidence will only come once you practice. Okay? There is no other choice. Don't try to take control of other people's life by scaring them or making fun of them or mocking them. Try to control them with respect, with the true knowledge you have, which we call suitable confidence. You know what you're doing. It's very important. And I will, Tausif, you too, remember me in your prayers as well, please. So I'll be signing off. Thank you so much, everybody. And thank you for your time. Thank you for the comments. I'll see you next time, next week, hopefully, with another topic. Until then, take care of yourself. And I know it's not that easy, but practice confidence. I won't say be confident. I'll say practice confidence.